Hey, what is up YouTube, and welcome back to another video from your boy Hunter. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so before I get this started, I actually got a comment from one of you asking me, this way, asking me, good tutorial, how do you make a character fly with gravity and also keeping the normal movement, like having two modes and switching from normal flight. I'm making a bird game. I want to make him fly and walk at the same time, basically. I replied, see what I can do. I don't know if UPCGE can change between states, static and dynamic. I was wrong. I was wrong. So you know what? I'm gonna show you. I actually got it to work. Let's just do this. Now this is what it basically looks like. So I can walk around, look around, I'm walking, then I jump, and boom, I'm flying. Going down, and I collide with the ground. Oh boy. I went off. Alright, let's try that again. I actually wanted to show you this. Okay, so I can fly. Now, obviously, gonna have to put in your own type of oh, and that's another bug. Come on. And I think the no, go that way, you piece. All right, so now it's walking again, actually. So I don't know why it's jumping up and down like this. But now I can fly again. So it's just a slow parent that actually messes with me a little bit, but I actually got it to work. Collide with the ground, okay. Obviously gonna have to do a little better. Right, so I can change between the dynamics. I didn't do much to get this to work. You know, I didn't do a lot to actually improve on this system. So I'm just gonna show you the setup real quickly, and then I'm gonna show you how to change between that. So make sure you got a property on your glider, basically on your mesh, the bird. So with this one, I would recommend you actually, whoa, wrong one. Sorry, let me just, why won't you go? Oh, there you go. What I would actually recommend is what you do is you actually shift a mesh and use a cube or a whatever. I just triangulated the mesh, and yeah, that's not really performance wise good, and that's not a very good bird. But like I said, now if you look at this, I've got the normal WASD, so WASD for walking. This is state 1. That does actually, on the axis it needs to go, so forward, back, left, right, and nothing right here. And also a mouse sensor. That sends it to state 2 when collision with floor and spacebar is hit. So this is a true pulse, remember that. So don't worry about the mouse, this is just a normal first person setup basically. But these two are very important. So you're gonna collide with floor, you're gonna press spacebar, then he jumps up and he flies. Oh, come on man, why do I keep doing that? Control down. So basically, your floor mesh should have a property, floor. Also, with the physics properties, this one, make sure it's static, make sure it's an actor, make sure you triangulate the mesh. Right, and make sure you set it to create obstacle. Now you can change the radius, but for this, I think it's fine. Now I'm not sure compound what it does. I've never used this, but yeah. You can turn on anastrophic friction just for a little bit more friction. Also on your bird, I've also got anastrophic friction. The friction you can actually bring up a little bit. The bird is set to dynamic. The moment he collides with the ground, he goes to state 1. Now I'm going to explain to you how this works. Now I'm not going to redo this whole tutorial because I actually recorded this and yeah, my recording crashed for some reason. So let's do this. File, new, general, then save. Okay, let's use this cube for instance. Bring it up just a little bit, shift A, mesh, plane, scale it down. Now what you're gonna have to do is, let's just do this. Now I'm not gonna do anything special. Let's go to logic editor. Let's add a keyboard, spacebar. Let's add a state. And along with the state, we are going to go to edit object, dynamic. Instead of restore dynamics, we are going to suspend dynamics. Don't hook it up just yet. We're going to need a motion. So I'm going to press C. I'm going to hook this up to the motion. This one is very important for the next state. You're going to need these two. Go to your physics properties and go to dynamic. Make sure it's a dynamic body. Make sure to give it a property. Let's just call this prop. Just for now. You can call it whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. Turn on anastrophic friction as always. You can lock which transition you want if you only want to lock them up in a certain direction, but you're not going to do it over here. We're not going to do it. Otherwise, if you turn this on and you press play, it's just going to get stuck. Okay. Give him collision bounds for now. Box is fine because it's a box collision, but for now, I'm going to use triangulated mesh. So triangulate the mesh. I'm going to use create obstacle along with this one, triangulate mesh. Create obstacle, anastrophic friction, bring up the friction. About 8 should be fine. Now, basically when you play the game, it's just gonna drop. Everybody knows how a dynamic body works. It just drops. Alright. Now as for states. You want them to collide with the floor. You need that floor collision. So we're gonna add a collision. Remember, we need this to be, okay, just call this, hey, floor, Control A and Control C just to copy that, to make sure we have it, so you don't have to type it out again. There you go. And I don't need that. Why is the P there? Let's see, P floor. Okay. It's supposed to be an F. Yeah. Okay. That's weird. Okay, those have to be exactly the same. So, floor. Give it a true pulse. And a true pulse on the spacebar. Now, the spacebar, when it collides with the ground and you press play, is gonna hit a state. It's going to go to a state. So we are going to go to a state. So hook those two up. So when it collides with the ground, actually this one is in the wrong place. So they work together. You can see. So it's going to go to a state. Turn this on. Just to make sure it goes to the states, you're gonna have to go ahead and turn on your debug properties. So that would be right there. No, it's over here. Debug properties. There you go. Under game debug. Alright, so again, okay, that's just supposed to be, but it's fine as long as it has a property. Remember, you can rename this as whatever you want. So if you want to rename this as bird dot 521, whatever, that's just a game property for the character. Alright, so let's check out the properties. It collides with the ground, but it doesn't go to state 2. Why is that? Let's see. Okay, now it collides with the ground when he hits the ground. I had this wrong way around. We're gonna go to state 2 when you have spacebar, keyboard, spacebar. So that means the first state I made a mistake by putting in the spacebar right there, so I can take this off and actually use it in the next state instead of making another one. We're gonna go to a state from this. This is going to be an always, so let's turn on an always first. Or actually a delay, sorry, a delay. So I think about 50 should be fine. 50 and 50. We're gonna send it to state 3. Now let's add another state. And we're gonna keep these as it is. I'm gonna go to state. Why do I have more than one state? Okay, that's good. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna clean this up for you so you don't get confused. Okay, you're gonna need a motion on this one, which is gonna be an always. And let's do a Z-force. As you can see, when it collides with the ground, it goes up and then it goes to the next state. So you actually need to mess with this a bit. So let's try 100. As you can see, it goes up. And make sure this is set to repeat. But always. Also true pulse. Here on state 1, we actually do need that keyboard spacebar. Just to make sure, alright, you only want him to go to that state when you press spacebar. As you can see. Now obviously it doesn't go up as far as you want, so you can always just move this force up a little bit. It might be a little too much. Let's see how far it goes up. Okay, so let's try 12. There you go. 12 should be fine. So going to state 3 now. From here, let's just do this. I'm gonna do a keyboard, a space bar, set it to tab, and a state, and edit object. The edit object is going to be dynamics, restore dynamics, and it goes state 1. And also on this one, let's just do this, and just to make sure it keeps that object in the air, we're gonna use another edit object right here, and dynamics, suspend dynamics. Alright, so that's not gonna work. That's because on this state it actually needs to go up like this. Okay, that's too much. Let's try 0.1. Point 0.05. Now I just mess with this. Let's try 50 again. Now, why aren't you going to the next stage? Let's see how far it goes up. Stage 2. Keeps going up, keeps going up. Let's try 10 and 10. See what happens. So apparently the delay isn't working. Let's just try to force this with a near. I think this should still be there. Floor. So when it's near the floor, invert. Let's try this. It's gonna go to the state. Let's just test that out. That might be the problem. Yeah, I set it to the wrong state. Sorry. Okay, there you go. Let's try 50. See how quick it goes. Ah, no, that's 0.50. Something like that. 0.12. Alright, so now the delay is actually not long enough, so let's make it 100 again. Now you're just gonna have to play with this value until you find something that actually works for you. So let's try maybe 70. Excuse me. There you go. So he stops in the air and he stays there. Okay, we don't need this anymore. So you can use an invert on the collision, but using a delay actually works. So state 3, it's gonna restore the dynamics only when spacebar is pressed. Then it's gonna go back to state 1. So watch. Look at the states at the top left. State 3, state 1, state 2, state 3, state 1. That's basically how that whole setup works. Then you just give it the movement keys and whatever you need. That's just a quick way to mess with your dynamics in the game. Now obviously this isn't a proper, way to do it, but you can actually smooth this out a little bit if you take some time to actually do it. You can even, on this, you can actually give it a little bit of upward motion instead of suspending the dynamics, over here. But then it's gonna keep going up. But you're gonna be looking at it from this direction and flying around, what. And when you collide with the ground, it's gonna go to state 1 and you can walk around. I hope this helped you out, in actually making a flight game, because that's the best way I could find to actually mess with the dynamics in the game. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And also to, let's see if I can pronounce this, Atrent 10721. Yeah, he actually gave me a little bit of inspiration to make this video, so thanks for that. And also, if you haven't noticed, I've actually subscribed to you. You have 1 subscriber. And that's me. There you can see I'm subscribed. And I have all of your notifications enabled. So do me a favor and start uploading some of your work. Start recording your stuff. And if you want to work together, I can actually, just hit me up. Just look me up. You can do it in the comments and we can go on Discord and chat. If you want to work on a game, we can work on a game. I'm always up for a new challenge, so yeah. Thanks, Trent. I really appreciate it. So, if you like this video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, just hit that dislike button, so I know you didn't like what you saw. But as you saw, it works. The first part of the video I actually showed you. It wasn't polished out, you know. But anyway, just do me a favor and yeah. I think you're already subscribed to me, and I did you this favor. You're gonna have to start uploading stuff so you can actually get more subscribers, my friend. I'm not one of the best YouTubers, as you realized. But yeah, I can actually go to my dashboard and show you. There's my previous video. Well, not my previous video, yeah. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but for you guys who subscribed, thank you very much. I've got 12 extra in the last few days. I'm trying to upload a couple of new videos. I started recording The Amazing Spider-Man, and the fucking thing won't upload. It won't upload. No, it uploaded. Finally. And it's got 84 views. Nice. Thanks for watching that one as well. But apparently you guys actually found this useful. I actually had to mess around with the game a lot. I couldn't find anything on YouTube to actually explain that. I went through Reddit, whatever. Everybody had the same explanation. Uninstall the game and reinstall it and see if that works. That was the yeah, the advice. But apparently the game just had a mouse bug. So try playing it with a controller. Maybe it would work, but I prefer to play with mouse and keyboard. So yeah, piss off. And I had to remove Crisis 3 because it kept bugging out on me, crashing and shit like that. So I'm gonna have to go on Steam and re-download the fucking thing. But for now, like I said, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Make sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you'll always be in the loop when the next video comes out. The next one, I'm going to be talking about making a low poly game level. I'm not a low poly person, but yeah, I really like making stuff in Blender. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, peeps. For me, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I hope you could hear me. Yeah, it should be fun. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys.